Cassie and Maggie, thank you so much for your time, especially after the last show of a 4 month long tour. Where did you go on what were some of your stops along the tour?
America, really, mostly in America and throughout the Midwest. And we did a big stint through the Southeast, and of course, New England is our main market. We also got over to England and Scotland this summer, and then we were in Nova Scotia, did a bit of touring in our home province this year, which was really special. We don't get to play at home very often. So.
You probably don't get to stay at home too long.
Oh, that's right. You gotta make money somehow.
Now, with touring, you actually gave me the idea when you mentioned about the 4 month tour. What is the biggest challenge and your favorite part of touring?
Oh, well, the transportation is a little bit tricky. So driving on the highways and coordinating the flights and all of the travel so that you make sure that you're going to be there in time for the show, even with delays, even with anything going on. So that's maybe the most challenging part. But once you finally get to the festival and you get around the musicians and the hoopla, the festival season is always my favorite because you get to be inspired constantly by the other musicians, and the fans are always so great. There's so much discovery that happens once you get to the venue.
Honestly, do you get a rush every time from going up on stage and performing and seeing how the crowd reaction? Is that a rush for you?
Because we don't travel with our own sound tech. So every show sounds different to us. Some sound amazing and we're like, oh, this is great. And some not so much. So it keeps it fresh that way. And it's a different crowd, different places we travel. The audience reacts to different things. Sometimes there's a language barrier, so all you have are the music. You just have to put out that energy in the big famous.
Now, with your stage performance, I experienced two of your incredible performances here at Celtic. Some of it, is it all rehearsed, or sometimes are you just like, you know what, we're just going to let the music take us wherever it goes?
So we usually go up with a set list, so something that we have in mind of what we want to do, but we get up there and we start to feel, oh, the audience like the ones that are more dancing or they want to dance along, so then we'll change a few things to keep it up tempo and peppy. There's a lovely venue here that's indoors, and that venue would be more suited to slower songs and ballads, but maybe for the tavern in the Glen, you gotta pull out the foot stompers.
Yep. Or the clappers. I noticed that was yeah, you really had the audience going with that. Do you ever experience creative block when you're trying to come up with new music?
So we definitely have developed a lot of tools throughout our musical upbringing and our history. So we have a lot of things that we can rely upon if we do get stuck. But we're pretty lucky that it's the two of us. So if we ever get stuck, one of us, the other one's there ready to go with an idea.
Great. I like that. Now I'm going to bring things into the more societal, technological era. Free speech, in all honesty, all you got to do is look at the headlines, look at social media and everything. Free speech, no matter what country you're in, is slowly becoming a great headline, billboard, and t-shirt. Do you ever worry that, unless it's like a highlight from the show, do you ever worry that if you make a post, it could affect your shows, the number of followers, your professional side of things? Do you ever get concerned about that?
We do a little bit. I think anytime that you're trying to post something, you're looking at, well, what am I trying to accomplish with it? And most of what we're trying to do is get people out to the shows. So really, there's that's the tone to most of what we're doing. It's come to the show and let's all be in communion together somehow. We'll be there together and put everything else aside, and then once we get into the venue, we can all just be there and share in something together. And I think that's the thing about music is that we really do all get to have a chance to put those things aside and get into a space and have a common experience. It's more important than ever to go out to shows and just, take a break from all the things that might seem like they're the end of the world, but it's really, really about getting together and being in communion with one another.
I'll be honest with you, that's what I love about doing my media. It's I get a chance to get away from the politics, the sports, the headlines, and just be myself. So I understand, it's seeing everybody come together, forgetting about all the, pardon the expression, BS of the world, and just having a great time.
And at the end of the day, we all are just people, and we all love music. I think that's one thing we can mostly all agree upon.
Yeah. Now, with rapidly evolving technology, especially AI, how is that affecting indie musicians? Because, like, my boss played me a song a couple months ago. I was like, yeah, it's a great song. That was done completely with AI. So how is that affecting indie musicians now?
It's still pretty early days. We don't really know, and that's part of the anxiety that everyone's experiencing. Like, am I going to become irrelevant? Is my contribution going to be somehow less than what a computer could do? For us, in the early days of it now, it's helping us, automate some just admin tasks, which is boring, but it is helpful. And I think part of the challenge is to keep yourself educated on the developments and not fall too far behind, which is really scary. Artists are, it's one of the purest forms of expression that we have. And so if that's being threatened, then I think we all feel a bit anxious about it.
But I think with anything, it's a tool. So, and anything that has evolved with the music industry has been like a tool that keeps us.
They have it blocked off for the festival. So
Yeah.
Sorry, it might be a U-turn situation. Traffic directing and other talents.
That's what I love about the best about doing the videos. You never know what's going to happen.
It's just another tool that we all have to learn how we want to use it and how we want to incorporate. And I think it's dealer's choice. It's whoever's using it. And I mean, it's up to the consumer to educate yourself and realize what can be happening, and then still put the value back into live performance and real musicians playing real music. But we've had electronic music since the 70s and 80s.
I was born in 71, so yeah.
Electronic music and machines making music. But there's still something about the human heart. Can't really replicate that for now.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time. I tried to keep the interview very short. And above all, please have a safe trip home.
Nice to meet you.